Hello ladies and jelly spoons, welcome back to the Game Dojo. It's your boy the Game Ninja and we are out here with another one. What? We are talking about the Nintendo DS. And the great thing I liked about the Nintendo DS is that you could use two cartridge systems at the same time. That's right, two games on deck. Now what I liked about the DS cartridges is it kind of was like the shape foundation for the Nintendo Switch cartridges, but I love the fact that you actually had a slot in the front and a slot in the back. Let me see if I can show you. Now this slot here was for the DS cartridges, and a slot on the back right here around the side, this is where you could put like them Game Boy cartridges in here, and I really like that, Game Boy Advance. I don't know if it's just regular Game Boy Advance or Game Boy. I'd have to actually check that out. But be able to use two at the same time was a game changer. Nintendo has always had an ingenuity when it comes to Switch and when it comes to their handheld systems. You can see on deck we got some games here. We got that Sonic Collection, Pokemon, Animal Crossing 3DS. I don't know if the 3DS games work in here because they got that little shape on the edge and that would block them from going in here. Gonna have to try it though. I don't think you can. I think you can play DS games on a 3DS, but I don't think you can play 3DS games on a DS. So I don't think it, I think it's forwards compatible. I think the 3DS is backwards compatible, but I don't think the DS is backwards compatible. I think it's forwards compatible. Anyway, we gonna boot this up. And one thing I did like is the touch screen. I love the display. It's backlit. It's very well. The battery is actually amazing on the DS. You can touch, and there's one right there that goes and show you both of the games that you have loaded into your system. That's actually awesome. Like, I kind of wish the Switch 2 did this, where you could just put your Switch 1 cartridges in the bottom and then play your Switch cartridge 2 in the top, but I don't know how much money that would have cost for them to do that. I know they were able to do that with their previous system. That would be the easiest way to make it compatible back and forth, but you know, I don't work for them. So we are busting Super Mario DS, and this is the Mario Kart, Super Mario 64. Now the fact that this never made it to the Switch kind of makes me angry, because I'm gonna tell you 100%, I prefer this version of Mario 64 over the Mario 64 version on the actual Nintendo 64. This version was made specially for this console, and it has so much to offer, so much more than the original Mario 64 experience, and I'm kind of angry about that. But on the same token, I got a DS, so I can't hate it because I love playing with it. We got our little panel here because everything is touchscreen. They got the little draw pad down here where you can sketch and draw, or you can go to your like Mario adventure. And the screen is very, very touch sensitive when it comes to these pens. So I like the speakers. I liked everything about it. It just felt like you was holding a Nintendo cartridge. An NES controller that actually had LED screens on it. Micro, probably LCD or LED. I think these are probably LCD screens. You can tap. Look at that. Everything. The animations, the sound is amazing for this. You see that? This is awesome. You gotta love it. Now that I'm looking at the hook on these cartridges, I'm pretty much 100% that you can't put the 3DS cartridges in here. You can put the DS cartridges in a 3DS, but you can't put the 3DS cartridges in a DS. But look at the graphics. Look at the picture. Like, this is smart, beautiful technology. One thing I always applaud Nintendo on is when they come out with a handheld, they don't hold back, man. They give it their all. Having said that, this is why I'm so excited for the Nintendo Switch 2, because there's no telling exactly what it's going to be capable of and what it's going to do. Everybody's always speculating right now, and it kind of pisses me off because you have the haters who want to downplay it because, you know, they want to be on PlayStation or Xbox. Then you got the haters who want to downplay on it just for the fact that they just want to turn their nose down on Nintendo because, you know, Nintendo's always been that family-oriented, smaller system. But now that Nintendo is back, they can readopt their label, and I wish they would. Nintendo, now you're playing with power, because now you're playing with power. You're talking about a 4K system. You're talking about handheld and docked, so it's a console and it's a handheld, so it's a hybrid. And the Nintendo Switch 1 absolutely killed the market. See if I can get this on. I don't know if I'm going to play this because it's really hard to, I'm filming this with a cell phone camera, so it's kind of really hard to hold the camera or even mount it and then reach around it and play this to give you guys a great angle. But yeah, listen to the sound system, look at the graphics. And yeah, Yoshi, this was not in the original 64 right here. Can you see this? This was not in the original 64. That's one of the reasons why I love this version so much more. Now you definitely, we're going to put this on a big screen because y'all going to need to see this on a big screen just to enjoy it. I like hooking up my handhelds to a big screen. Nintendo Switch made it easier when you just dock it with the dock, but before the dock you had to get some cables, some cords, some upscalers. You know what I'm saying? There were some things you had to do in order to get this working right. But once it was working right, you in the zone. Look at that. Yep, we going save. You see how gently I'm just touching the screen and it's actually registering? That's just great right there. Yeah, I got my little Mario pen. Do 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 do. Hello. This is awesome, dude. I'm telling you, the DS, if you didn't get a DS, man, you are Xing yourself out of an experience. Like, the DS is an awesome system. I have a group of favorite games. I wish I had gotten more out of my DS than I did, but I just got the games that I wanted to play. We're going to go back in here now, because now I'm going to show you on the second slot, you can do Game Boy Advance, and that's what we're going to take you into. So you see it boot up because we have the second cartridge in there, and we are busting, that's right, Mario Kart Super Circuit. That's right. Now, I played this on the SP, but I actually like playing it on the DS, just like you saw the DS version of Mario Kart on my 3DS that I was playing. I like being able to go back and forth between systems and bust a system exclusive on another system. That's just something I enjoy. But this Mario Kart is also on the Switch as well. They didn't put the DS, which I'm kind of wonder why they jumped to GameCube, and they're probably going to do Wii on the Switch too. But they skipped over the DS. Like, there's a lot of games on the DS people would love to see brought over to the Nintendo Switch too. I don't know why they didn't do that. Having said that, they're still servicing the Switch 1, so maybe they're going to put the DS on the Switch 1 for online expansion. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. Either way, we out here. Let me see if I can get this close enough so you guys can see what's going on. I got my boy out here, Wee Bowser. I am driving like shiznittle bang bang shaboogity bop. This is hard to do while I'm reaching around the camera. This is another reason why I played this on the big screen, because it's hard for y'all to actually look over and see my screen while I'm getting busy out here. I am in 6th place and I am driving like a scrub. This is not good, bro. I'm about to lose out here. Well, as long as I'm not ranked out, I will be okay. I mean, I would prefer to get a 1st place, but I don't know if that's going to happen, because I'm out here. I'm at 4th now. We'll be up here 4th. But I don't know if we're going to be able to pull this off for you guys, because my arms are wrapped around this camera, which is sitting in the center of me. I can see really good, but I don't know if you guys can see really good. Hold on, let me come around here. Alright, we got 2nd. I don't know, we might pull this off. We still might pull this off. I'm trying to bust him in the back. It ain't working. It ain't work. We got 2nd. Alright, so we gonna take 2nd place. That's a hell of a lot better than I thought we was gonna take, because we was in 6 pretty much all the race. But yeah, look at the DS. I mean, now you can instantly see that the 3DS screen is much bigger, stronger, and more vibrant, but the DS screen itself is absolutely amazing. I'm gonna see if I can do this closer for you guys, so you guys can see maybe a little bit better. Oh, the race has started. See that? Messing up already. Come on, man. We out here. This is our board. Bang ba-dang bang bang ba-dang bang ba-dang bang bang ba-dang bang ba-dang bang ba-ga-da-dang. Dum da dum dum. Bang ba-dang bang bang ba-dang bang 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 ba-dang bang bang ba-dang bang bang ba-dang. This reminds me of the Super Nintendo Super Mario Kart, the first one, Koopa Beach. Or am I thinking of Mario Kart 64? I'm thinking of Mario Kart 64. I don't know why I thought of Super Nintendo. The Super Nintendo did have a Koopa Beach, right? I think it did. I don't know. I'm gonna have to check that out. Ah, shiz. We in the water. We in the juice. Oh no, come on, come on. Oh, come on. No, 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 no. Alright, we playing catch up, but it's alright. We could do this. We got this board. This is the beach board. We better. We got a better cart, better chance. We got this. Donkey Kong, bro, you a problem out here. This is why I ain't gonna buy you a new game. I don't like you, Donkey. I don't like you at all. Oh, we in first. Alright, cool. We in first. That's what I'm talking about, boy. We in first. It ain't work. We gonna take this first right here. We gonna take this first. Boop. There you go. We got a second place and a first place. See that? The skills to pay the bills, to make them deals, to get them short sets from Foreman Mills. We out here. Yo, I can't tell you how much time I actually spent on a DS. Like, I wish I had gotten more games. Like, I gotta check in to see how expensive and how hard it is to get games for it now. We're not gonna bust a full race. I just wanted to show you guys what the DS was capable of, and it's actually really awesome. I love my DS. I still love my DS. The DS is still alive in 2025, and we still out here busting it. This was Mario Kart Super Circuit, Game Boy Advance, and we bust Mario 64 on the DS version of Mario 64. So as you can see, like, you have two versions of games that you can play on this, and to me that was always impressive. I kind of wish the Switch had done the same thing, but yeah, this is the DS, y'all. So tell me what you do, tell me what y'all do. Y'all got them DS's, put them up, let me see them. We gonna clamshell this, and we gonna end for today. Thank you guys for joining me. You guys are awesome.
Green. There is a big light above me. Pupils are equal, round, and reactive to light.